taking the field. They're all set. Manning and the New York Giants. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And as we look at this matchup, focus on it. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Here's the kicker, Aldrick Rosas, ready to get us going. And we are underway from Heinz Field. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready? Black 20. Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger, and he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. A gain of 6 there on first. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Black 5. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 44. Let's go, let's go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Roethlisberger now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. But it's brought in by Washington. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk.
The ball comes out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute with this.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it? Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Faking the give to Barkley, now Manning. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, 77 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. And he'll be stopped shy of the goal line here. So the lead will remain at 6 points.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. 15. The risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Oh, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Next drive coming up for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not sure what was going on this past season in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania, but you think about the Eagles and these Steelers and the injury bug that bit both of them, it's really hard to fathom. If it's germane to the Steelers, though, the dreadful start really began with the injury to Ben Roethlisberger, lost for the year after 2 weeks, and things, although they obviously picked things up later in the year, Charles, started to go south right there.
I think their head coach, Mike Tomlin, not going to win head coach of the year, but to me deserves great consideration because 1-4 start, then they won 8 out of 10, and no Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. In fact, they went through, as we would count it, essentially 4 quarterbacks this year when you count Joshua Dobbs in the preseason before he was traded to Jacksonville. You end up with an undrafted rookie, Devlin Hodges out of Samford, the Duck guy, Duck Dynasty himself. But this team, 30th in total offense. They've got a lot of work to do next year, but they get Roethlisberger back. get a healthy James Conner back, they'll be right back in the hunt for the AFC North title.
So even though Pittsburgh's had a lot of great playoff years under Mike Tomlin, you think maybe this was his most impressive coaching job?
To me, this team could have collapsed and just gone totally south with the 1-4 start and all the injuries that we were noting. They didn't do that. They continued to press and were actually in the hunt, in the thick of the playoff race until a loss to Buffalo at home. I believe it was on a Sunday or a Monday night, and that pretty much knocked them out of it.
And remember, they lost their first-round pick. They gave that away in the trade for Minkah Fitzpatrick. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald there to make the grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Boswell for the extra point. And he'll bang that one through. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. Bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Football going back to the New York Giants here. CD 4-12 this past year for New York. The Daniel Jones era has begun. Unfortunately for Pat Shurmur, his era over after 2 seasons. Now the Eli Manning era also more than likely over. So this under a heavy rush and down he goes. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. There goes Sterling Shepard. He's at the 40, 20. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 81 yards. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. From the 35 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And it's a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll start with great field position at the 4. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
8, read. All right. Here we go. Let's go, let's go. Now.
So the fumble recovery, and now Manning. That one caught by Ellison. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. To throw again on 2nd down. Manning finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. He's got his man. This is Tate. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. On play action. Now Manning. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. It's a foot race. The 40. The 20. 10. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the 1st half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown, the last play of the 1st half.
And how about the defense?
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the 2nd half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. New York set to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Manning, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Play action. Manning. He'll buy some time right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Let's go.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Here we go. 90, Wolf.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Manning to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On third and long, it's Manning. And that will be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Manning. That's into the hands of the tight end, Ellison. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Manning to throw once more. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 42 yards. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
After review of the play, the ruling on
Well,
the
he
field
challenged the
stands.
play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Manning again. Throw left side complete to Ingram. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. It fights him off. And now the ball comes out. Madden lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Connor on first down, able to take this one forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here I come. 77.
On 2nd down and 4, Roethlisberger. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Intentional grounding.
Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Here we go again.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback?
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2. Manning to the goal line, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. To the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when it was to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Manning going to throw. Underneath to his tight end, Ellison. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Manning now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Throwing on first down is Manning. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing again on second down. Manning, rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Bush, his second sack of the night. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Ellison. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Rhett Ellison, 32. Just a two-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the two-point conversion.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. He's back to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. On first down, Connor going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. No gain on the play there, second down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Here's Roethlisberger. That escapes the sack. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 1st and 10 is Connor. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Connor. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. A desperation heave for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.